This is Sachin Sawant. I am an immigration lawyer registered with the YSC at level 3. Today I am going to talk about British Citizenship for Children registration. A child under 18 years of age can qualify for registering as a British citizen if he meets certain criteria. It is listed at this link on our website. To read the criteria, you can click on this link and read about the options for children for registering as British citizens. Now I will discuss about the list of documents and the information required. Also, if one or more of the siblings of the applicant qualifies for registration, then it is very highly likely that the Home Office will exercise discretion in favor of the applicant who does not yet qualify for registration as a British citizen. This is what we've seen from past experience. If there are 3 siblings, 2 of them qualify, one of them has still not met all the requirements. Usually we would file all 3 applications together or all 2 applications together, where one qualifies, the other one is short of one of the requirements, and ask for discretion, and we have always got the discretion in favor, and we've got all the applications approved. So this is something to keep in mind. Prefer to always to apply for all the children together rather than separately applying. The documents required are, you can download this list of documents by clicking on download this list on our website. It will take you to our downloads page, scroll down, look for documents for the registration as a British citizen under 18 years. Then you can download all the documents that are listed here. The first is the list of documents and information. Then referee pages, I'll open them. So this is how the referee page looks. You need to paste a photograph of the child here, write the name of the child, and a referee should sign who has known the child for at least a period of 3 years. Usually for very young children who are not even 3 years old, you may have the difficulty finding referees. You can use a GP, a solicitor, accountant. Usually in the life of children you will have nursery, the owner of the nursery, or if they are going to a nursery, a health visitor, a GP, a nurse. At least one of them should be the professional. The second one, if you are finding it difficult, you can also use any other professional who have known you or the family as a whole, and explain that in a cover letter to Home Office or in the application that we were unable to find a referee and hence you have used a similar professional. So that has been accepted in the past with our applications. It's more of a discretion. Also, if they need another referee and they don't want to accept a particular referee, usually Home Office will write to you. Usually they are not going to refuse an application for want of referees. Okay, going back to the download. We also have list of professionals who can act as referees. You can use any of these professionals. If you are unable to find specific referees like a GP, healthcare visitor, etc., you can use any of these referees who know you, the family, the parents, for at least a period of last 3 years. And the third one is parents' consent. This is quite important. Both the parents need to consent. You can download this consent, fill up the father's details, the mother's details. Both have to sign. It is very important that both the mother and the father have to sign the application. If the parents are not applying, the guardian is applying, then the guardian needs to give the consent. Also, if the child is applying on their own behalf, the child can also consent. Usually this consent is very rarely used. For children, they don't file their own application, so usually it is always the parents or the guardian. Okay, the next one is, now I will walk through the list of documents. So you can download this here, and you can also read through this over here. If available, applicant's current passport, UID or driving license, or any document, any ID document if you have it, any other country's passport that they have, you can send that. If the applicant doesn't have any passport, that's fine. You can write that they don't have a passport and still you can apply. Uh, Applicant's birth certificate, applicants' two photographs, those are the ones pasted on the referee pages. And if available, applicants' indefinite leave to remain BRP card if they've already received indefinite leave to remain, or a registration certificate if they are a family member or they are the European national, or a permanent residence document, or a copy of letter confirming settled status. Any of these you can use. Only if available, send them. But if the child qualifies in his own right, if the child is born in the UK and one of the parent has got settled or become British, then you can straight away apply without providing any settlement related documents. Letters or reports to show registration or attendance at a doctor, dentist, childcare provider, other healthcare provider. Usually some address proof to show that the child is living in the UK. Child health record book. If the child is too young, usually under 5 years of age, you can send some copies of the red book. Immunizations, school letters confirming if this child is already of school going age or nursery going age. Get some letters confirming the start and finish dates. Any other document showing that the applicant lived in the UK for the period claimed. If available, evidence of parents' British passport or indefinite leave to remain biometric residence permit, permanent residence document, or copy of settled status letter. Then parents' marriage certificate if they are married. If the applicant has one parent or legal guardian, they must explain why the other parent is unable to consent. Example, whereabouts unknown, no contact since a particular period of time. So usually the caseworker will expect to receive both the parents' consent. For any reason, if both parents are unable to consent, for example, the other parent is not known, the whereabouts are not known where the other parent is, or there is no contact, the other parent has just abandoned the child and the current parent. So give some evidence if you can, or at least the date from when that has happened. Uh, this point is quite important. Usually, the Home Office will not make exceptions if the other parent is alive, available, and is just not agreeing for this application, doesn't want to consent. The child will not be given British citizenship. Both the parents have to agree and consent by default. That is the rule. They will only consider exceptions when it is really necessary, and they will exercise discretion in this. So the onus is on the parent who is applying to show that why they are unable to get the consent from the other parent, and there has to be a reasonable excuse. Okay. Name and address of the school or employer if the child is working. Details of applicant's parents. So this is all the information. So previously up to 12 it was the documents required. Now from this point you need the details, the name, town and country of birth, nationality and date of birth of both the parents. You don't need any documents to prove this, only information. For the referees, first referee who has signed the referee page, their details as per this format: their name, gender, date of birth, address for last 3 years, phone number, email, and profession. And or if the referee has a British passport, state their number. They need not necessarily have a British passport. It is better to use one referee with a British passport and at least one referee who has a British passport. How does the referee know the applicant? It can be a family friend, can be a GP, a doctor, nurse, it can be nursery manager or nursery owner, anything like that. Then second referee also similar details, list of absences in the following format. So they need to know how long the child has lived outside the UK. So since they have been in the UK, if they are born since their birth, if they came at a particular time in their life in the UK, since then till today, how long have they spent outside the UK? So countries visited, reasons for absence, maybe holiday, business, visiting relatives, anything else. Date of departure, date of return, number of days absent. Also, when you count the number of days, you exclude the days. So below is the example. Enter whole days of absences. Do not include the day you left the UK or returned to the UK. For example, if you were absent from the UK between 1st Jan and 31st Jan and enter only 29 days, 2nd to 30th Jan. Okay, that's all from me for now. Thank you very much.